Hey YouTube, Kelly here from Next Level Nomads. Today we're going to discuss what needs to get done at 60,000 miles on your 2017 plus Ford Superduty 6.7 diesel. If you're like me and you're frugal and you cringe at the thought of bringing your truck in and paying close to $800 to a dealership to get your oil changed and a couple filters swapped out, then you might want to check out this video. Okay guys, so first things first, I'm just going to go over real quick what you need in order to perform your 60,000 mile maintenance tune-up. So, at 60,000 miles you want to replace your fuel filters. This is a Motorcraft OEM fuel filter. That is the code number that you'll need. I got mine on Amazon for about 50 bucks. If you go to the dealership, they're going to charge you close to $100. So, I don't recommend that. However, the oil filter and your cabin air filter, the price doesn't vary too much online. That's the number you'll need, and that's the number you'll need if you don't want to look it up in your manual. So, yeah, if you want to go to the dealership, that's totally fine. You might save like $5 or $6 if you buy them off Amazon. Then obviously you have your oil and just basic tools for that. I'm kind of racing the weather right now. The rain's been on and off. So real quick, I'm just going to knock out the oil change, and then we'll reevaluate and go from there. Hey guys, just a quick note, if you don't change your oil that often, it helps if you go into the engine compartment and you unscrew the oil plug there prior to undoing the drain plug. It'll help the oil come out faster. Plus, it's also useful to know that it's ideal if you change your oil after you've been running the engine for a little bit and the engine oil is nice and alright. So, while we wait for this to finish up, but take care of the puppy dog. Alright, so we got the new filter on, drain plug's closed, last step, add the new oil. Alright. Now that we have all the oil in the engine, we're just going to double check, make sure we have the right amount in. The manual says to put 15 quarts. That seems a little high. I usually go with 13 and that works out for me. So as you can see, it looks like the perfect amount. About 3/4 of the way, just about full, but not too full. Hey guys, now that we've changed the oil and the sun's back out, we're just going to real quick pop in a fresh cabin air filter. So right here, I have the Motorcraft OEM brand. They're about 20 bucks. And I've already kind of pre-disassembled everything just because, as I'm sure you guys have realized, Ford likes to use a lot of snap-on parts and they can be a real pain to get off. So I'll just walk you through real quick the steps that you have to go through to swap out your cabin air filter. So you're going to access everything from your glove box. There's this arm right down here. You're just going to disconnect that. And then from there, I'll set this down real quick. You're just going to detach, you're going to push these parts inward, and that's going to attach the rest of the glove box. This part's going to open up. This little piece right here is going to be snapped in. You're just going to unclip that out. You might struggle a little bit, but trust me, it comes right out. And then there will be these two screws right here. You're just going to detach those. And then this is going to be clipped in too. Now this one you're going to want to be a little bit more careful with because these are attached. There's some wires back there you're not going to want to break when you bring this off. So when you get to this point, just make sure that you're real careful. And you're going to drop that down and out of the way. And then right in there, this is where the air filter is. Now just remember which side is facing up. I like to remember it by just make sure forward, all the writing is right side up. It's an easy way to remember. There you go guys. You just put everything back together the way you found it. That's as easy as that. Alright guys, so next step, we're just going to swap out our fuel filters real quick. So what we need to do first is drain the water separator module. I'm not sure if that's actually what it's called, but yeah, there's just a drain plug down here. So I got my bucket set up. So you're just gonna twist that, you just hand twist that. And then once you do that, you're gonna go ahead and down there's about 4 screws that you're gonna undo with the 8mm socket, which I thought was kind of weird because it's supposed to be an American truck, and here we are using the metric system. What the hell's going on out here, guys? What is this world coming to? So yeah, we're just gonna wait for all that good to drain out. While we do that, we're just gonna go get a quick cup of coffee, check on the puppy, and be right back. So we got our coffee. It looks like all of our fluid is drained out. Once it does that, go ahead and take that bucket and dump it in your local ocean or fishery. Just kidding, please don't do that. Dispose of it responsibly, guys. Be responsible adults, okay? Take it to Napa, O'Reilly's, AutoZone, Auto whatever. Just get it done. Alright guys, so that's what the fuel filter looks like. And I actually lied to you, there are 5 screws that you're gonna need to detach. And there's also a wiring harness, so make sure you have a flathead when you get down there. And yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Just gonna swap that out and put it right back in. Alright, let's get her done. So what you need to do to detach the original fuel filter is turn this harness piece about 1/4 of the turn. So it's at 6 right now, you're gonna turn it to 3 o'clock. And then when you put the new one in, you're gonna turn it back to 6 o'clock. And there you go, that's what it should look like. The next step once you get your new fuel filter installed is to purge the system. All you need to do is take your key, put it in the ignition, and you're not gonna fully crank the engine, but you're gonna turn it just enough so that you can hear the system. I don't know, I know there's a lot of background audio going on. I don't have the best mic, and I'm right by a road. But if you listen closely, you should be able to hear the system being purged. So alright guys, Ford in their infinite wisdom, they designed it so each one of these comes out a little bit differently. So I'm just gonna real quick walk you through how we take each one off. So this first one, you just pop that up. There's a little button right in here, you're gonna press that, and this is gonna slide right off, hopefully. There we go. This one's a little bit trickier. You gotta move this slide back a little bit, and then you're gonna push this up. And I actually recommend grabbing a flathead. Holy, I just slipped off, dude. Like I said, it's been raining out here in Portland. I just slipped right off my bumper. So, anyways, you're gonna push that in. And be real careful because this is like cheap plastic. So you don't want to break it. And then you just push that right back. Once you get that back, I'm just gonna go ahead and slide that off. We're gonna wait, we'll just get this one off first. This one you just push down. I'd recommend grabbing your flathead again and just assisting it down the rest of the way. There you go, you got those 3 off. Now you can go ahead and pull them off. Well, alright guys, that concludes our video on how to do your own 60,000 mile maintenance. I hope you like my down and dirty comprehensive guide to avoiding dealerships, and I hope this video helps you out in one way or another. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, and happy wrenching.